Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So children, we were discussing about sublimation and deposition. Now do you remember what is sublimation? Sublimation is the process during which a solid directly changes into its gaseous state on heating. And what is deposition? Deposition is the process during which a gas directly changes into its solid state on cooling. So now let us go through the examples. Now when we put naphthalene balls in the woolen clothes, what happens? After some time they disappear. Where do they go? So it means sublimation is taking place. So naphthalene balls change directly from solid state to the gaseous state. Now let us see the example of deposition. Have you seen snow? Snow. What is snow? The water vapor present in the air, they cool down and they form snow. So this is the example of deposition. Now let us see the process of sublimation and deposition on the basis of kinetic theory. So as we know that some substances can directly change from solid state to gaseous state. Such substances which can sublime, they have very weak intermolecular force of attraction. So when these substances are heated, their particles gain kinetic energy and they start vibrating vigorously. Intermolecular force of attraction goes on decreasing, and now the particles, they can escape from the surface of the solid. So the solid changes directly into gas because the force of attraction is already very weak, and when they are heated, the particles gain kinetic energy and they start vibrating vigorously. As a result, the intermolecular force of attraction goes on decreasing. So now they can escape from the surface of the solid. Now what happens in deposition when the gas is cooled? The particles lose their kinetic energy. As we know that when we supply heat to a substance, then the particles gain kinetic energy. When a substance is heated, the particles gain kinetic energy, and when the substance is cooled, the particles lose their kinetic energy. Similarly, when the gas is cooled, the particles lose their kinetic energy. Now they come closer. As they lose their kinetic energy, they come closer, and now the gas changes into a solid. So this is how deposition and sublimation takes place. Now let's see what is evaporation. Now we have seen that wet clothes dry up in the sun in a very short time. The wet mop floor dries up after some time, and our wet hair dry up after some time. Now what happens there? These all are the examples of evaporation. Now what is evaporation? It is the process during which a liquid changes into its gaseous state at any temperature below its boiling point. Now evaporation takes place every time, and there is no need to reach the boiling point. Below the boiling point, it takes at any temperature, so it takes place every time. Now let's go through the process of evaporation on the basis of kinetic theory of matter. Now as we know what is the molecular arrangement in a liquid. The molecules in a liquid, they have more intermolecular spaces than solids, and they exert a small force of attraction on each other. So they have space to move. They can move in all directions within the boundary of the liquid. So as we know that the molecules of a liquid can move within the boundary of the liquid, so due to this movement they possess kinetic energy. Some of them have a lot of kinetic energy and some have very little kinetic energy. So while moving, when they move all around within the liquid, they collide with one another and they exchange their energies, and some of the molecules gain enough energy to break the intermolecular force of attraction, and they can now escape from the surface of the liquid and they change into vapor or gas. So the fast moving molecules of a liquid are constantly escaping from the liquid to form vapor. This process continues till all the liquid gets evaporated. So now what do we conclude? We conclude that Evaporation takes place every time because it can take place at any temperature below the boiling point. Whenever they gain energy, they are in motion. Molecules of a liquid are in motion. So, when they gain enough energy to break the intermolecular force of attraction, they escape from the surface and they change into vapor. Now, rate of evaporation of liquid depends on some factors. They are, number one is temperature of the liquid. When the temperature of the liquid increases, the rate of evaporation also increases. We can take the example of a wet cloth. A wet cloth dries up faster on a hot day than on a cold day. Now, surface area of the liquid. When area exposed to air is more, the rate of evaporation is more. For example, tea in a saucer cools faster than in a cup because area of a saucer is more than a cup. Now, speed of wind. Now, next is speed of wind. So, when the speed of wind increases, the rate of evaporation also increases. Like when we put wet clothes under a fan, they dry faster. What is the reason behind that? The reason is that when the speed of wind increases, it carries away with it the particles of water vapor. So, the amount of water vapor in the surrounding decreases. Now, humidity. What is humidity? It is the amount of water vapor present in air. So, when humidity increases, rate of evaporation decreases. Like wet clothes dry slowly on a rainy day than on a dry day. What is the reason? Because air is already carrying moisture with it. Now, next is nature of the liquid. As we know that different liquids have different boiling points and different intermolecular force of attraction. So, higher the boiling point of a liquid, lesser will be its evaporation. So, liquids having lower boiling points like alcohol, spirit and ether, they get evaporated faster than the liquids having higher boiling points. Like spirit or alcohol evaporates faster as compared to water. Now let's go through the applications of evaporation. Now children, have you ever observed that during summer season when we put water in earthen pots it becomes cold. So what is the reason behind that? We all know that there are a lot of tiny pores present on the surface of the earthen pots. So the water seeps out through these pores and it gets evaporated slowly. And the heat required is taken from the water in the earthen pot. So the water in the earthen pot becomes cool because the heat that was required for evaporation was used up in changing the liquid state, in changing the state of matter from liquid to gaseous state. During summer season or when we do heavy exercises or running, what we see, we feel hot. Our body gets hot due to rise in temperature. So to cool off, what happens? Our body starts sweating. It perspires. Now, when our body sweats, what happens? This sweat evaporates by taking heat from the body. When this sweat changes into vapor, when it evaporates, it uses up all the heat from the body. So, it keeps our body cool. Now we see that the perfumes and talc, they give us cooling sensation on our skin. Now let's see why do the perfumes and talc give cooling sensation to our skin. As we know that perfumes contain alcohol or spirit and talc contains mint crystals. When these substances evaporate, they need heat energy. So this heat energy they absorb from our body. So we feel cool even in hot summer. Now when we are suffering from high fever and we put the strips of wet cloth, so it lowers down the body temperature. What is the reason behind that? The doctor also advises us to do the same. So what happens? That water in the strips evaporates and it takes all the heat required for evaporation from the body of the patient. Thus the temperature of the body decreases. Now, if the question is, what is meant by intermolecular space and intermolecular force of attraction? What will be the answer? What is intermolecular space? The particles of matter, they have spaces in between them. So the space between the particles of matter is called intermolecular space, and the particles of matter attract one another with a force called intermolecular force of attraction. Now, how do they vary in solid, liquid and gases? So we know that in solids the molecules are very tightly packed, closely packed. They are very compact. So there is no intermolecular space in between them, or intermolecular space is negligible. But intermolecular force of attraction is very strong in between the particles of solid. In case of liquids, they are less closely packed than solids, so they have some spaces in between them, and the force of attraction is weak in liquids. And in case of gases, the particles are or molecules are very loosely packed, so there is intermolecular spaces are much more than liquids and solids, and force of attraction is very weak, negligible. Now, if the question is what is meant by change of state, so what is change of state? The change of matter from one physical state to another is called change of state, and complete cycle of change of state is that solid changes into liquid on melting, and liquid changes into gas on boiling, gas changes into liquid on cooling, and liquid changes into solid and on freezing, and solid directly changes into gas, that is called sublimation, and gas directly changes into solid, that is called deposition. This is the complete cycle. Now state the effect of pressure and impurities on the boiling point of a liquid. So we have discussed already that when pressure increases, the boiling point also increases, and when the pressure decreases, the boiling point also decreases. For this we can take some examples, like we can take the example of pressure cooker. When we cook food in a pressure cooker, it is very easy and faster to cook the food. So what is the reason behind that? The reason is that inside the pressure cooker the steam is present there, so this steam increases the pressure, due to which the boiling point increases to 120 degrees Celsius. So due to this increase in boiling point, the food cooks very easily and very fast. Now as we go up on high altitudes like mountains or hills, cooking becomes very difficult for us. What is the reason? As we go up, atmospheric pressure decreases as we go up. So when pressure decreases, the boiling point also decreases, so cooking becomes very difficult. Now adding impurities will increase the boiling point of a liquid. When we add impurities to a liquid, its boiling point increases. Now what is sublimation and deposition? Differentiate. We have to differentiate between deposition and sublimation. Now what is sublimation? We know that in sublimation what happens? Solid directly changes into gas on heating, and in deposition gas directly changes into solid on cooling. So they are just opposite to each other. Now if the question is give reason for the following, like water in earthen pot becomes cold during summer season. So this also we have discussed that during summer season when we store water in an earthen pot, what happens? As we know that there are a lot of tiny pores on the surface of the earthen pot, so water seeps through these pores and it evaporates slowly. All the heat required for evaporation is absorbed from the water inside the pot. So the water inside the pot becomes cool. And now a doctor advises to put strips of wet cloth on the forehead of a patient having high fever. So what happens that when we put strips of wet cloth on the forehead of a patient having high fever, what happens? The water in the strips evaporates, and to evaporate it needs heat, and this heat it absorbs from the body of the patient. So it absorbs the heat from the body of the patient, and the which lowers down the temperature of the body.